Hello everybody and welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. Today we have a game inside MLB 11, the show. It's your game of the week. The New York Mets taking on the Colorado Rockies. Can the Mets pick up their first win of the season, or will they be commentators cursed into winless oblivion? Stay tuned to find out and enjoy the game of the week. The Rockies 4-3, the Mets, like I keep mentioning, they are winless. They are 0-6, getting ready to get things set here in the other part of New York. But the Yankees are in the Bronx. The Mets are in Shea Stadium? I don't know. New York Mets. Arena Stadium, Citi Field, Flushing, New York. Okay. All right, here's the Colorado Rockies starting lineup. In center fielder, Shane Victorino. Left fielder, Juan Rivera. Torrey Hunter in right field. Mark Reynolds at third base. Rocchio Baldelli. What? Designated hitter, Jake Fox at first. Bill Hall at second. Stephen Drew with the shortstop. And John Jaso, the catcher. Rocchio Baldelli. Like until recently, the Twins manager? Jamie Garcia has a 9 ERA with 1 loss this season in 1 game. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts on the season for him. Hunter Pence out there in right. Dustin Pedroia. Yolandensky Betancourt. Looking at your New York Mets defensive lineup. Shane Victorino getting things started here for the Colorado Rockies. Playing pretty well in the NL West at 4-3. Lefty nods his head yes. And a bunt. Foul. With just a little training and like a lack of swearing. Thank you, I appreciate it. Ooh, this one is scorched out to center field, but not enough. Victorino puts some good wood on it, but it is out number 1. Juan Rivera, no average, no home runs, 1 RBI. Lefty winds and fires. That one's in for a strike. Nice pitch in the zone there. Oh, 1. That one, that's a nice job getting to that ball. That's an ugly part of the outfield for New York. There's no way that still exists, right? Just an ugly right field wall. Torrey Hunter, 182 average, 1 RBI so far. That pitch stays just a little high for ball 1. It's going to be a tough lineup to get through for this left-handed pitcher. Big old string of righties before 2 lefties at the very bottom. That one is lined. Crushed out to center field. The center fielder makes the grab. 2 nice plays out in center for the New York Mets. And it's 2 away. Mark Reynolds. They're either getting a hit or they're flying out to center fielder. Or heck, start a rated R broadcast company where the announcers can just curse up a storm. I mean, you could do that. Strike on the outside corner. But it's all about the branding and how do you get advertisements when you say bad words. And I mean specifically the advertisements that sports leagues want. That pitch gets away from the catcher and the runner will advance to second. Talk about watch and listen to plenty of stuff that curses it as advertisements, but. So a runner in scoring position now for Colorado, and they're going to make him pay with a ball out to right. They're going to hold the runner at third. That is Pence out in right field. So it'll be runners on the corners. That is Rocco Baldelli. Wow. Wow. 2 on, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss. They want to market to children, even though it's a bunch of players yelling curse words at each other. It's family entertainment. One and one. After that pitch misses low. Lefty's ready and fires. That one is ground out to the third baseman. Went the short way to second. And even though Colorado puts up 2 hits, they can't score any runs. So the Mets will come up with a tie game. Leadoff hitter, Denard Span in center fielder. Yulineski Betancourt, the shortstop, follows him. Pablo Sandoval over at third. Aubrey Huff at first. Hunter Pence in right field. Connor Jackson in left field. Dustin Pedroia at second. Ramon Castro at catcher. Ramon Santiago, the designated hitter, a switch hitter at the bottom of the lineup. Left, right, switch left. Huff hasn't been doing anything. I think Aubrey Huff might have a 0 average with like a run batted in on a sacrifice fly. Eric Bedard, 1 win, no losses, a 2.25 ERA. 1 game of 4 innings, 4, 1, 2. Hits, walks, strikeouts? Yes. 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. In the World Series, they always focused on batter's face after a strikeout, just in time to catch the F. Yeah. It's great when you just see like just a big like. It's awesome. So a lefty starting for both sides as the first baseman dives. Oh, just over the top of it. If you can't hear it, they didn't say it, though. Dove out of the frame. Just like that. Hey, the Mets getting off to a good start. They're 0-6. Comeback starts now. Going to be really difficult for the Mets to overcome an 0-6 start. That one's going to get to the wall. That one got real funky there because it hit the wall and shot all the way back. Catcher missed it both coming in from the pitcher and off of the brick wall behind it. So 1-0, and now they have a runner in scoring position. That one's down in left. They will send him around third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off as he slides in safe. 1-0 New York. We've seen this story before. New York gets out to a 1-0 lead, then they give out up in heartbreaking fashion. But Pablo Sandoval steps in. I'd be curious, have we had the Mets at home yet? That pitch missed low. Mets. We had them early, I thought. Yeah, we did. It was literally the second game of the season. They played the Phillies here in New York. That one rolled over. The second baseman dives over it, and they're going first to third. Fires in from right field. He is out. Nice throw from the right fielder. And there's that slide. It's really early. Like every slide in this game feels like it's so early and kills any bit of momentum that a runner would have. So, hey, a great throw. And there it is, Aubrey Huff. This is your left-handed power masher, your bases clearing guy. There's a better term for it that I don't remember. Cleanup hitter is probably the word that I'm looking for. And zeros. Just straight zeros. So Mets, they have a hard time with a 6-0 start. That's true. The Mets are Metsing. I was going to say they're going to have a harder time with 0-6 because only 82 games in the season and there's only one wild card spot. But yes, they also... Boy. They missed the playoffs this year, huh? Dropped $800 million or $1 billion on Juan Soto and missed the playoffs. That is rolled over to second. That's going to set up the double play. Out by about half a step, but the Mets strike first. 3 hits, 1 run. Fox, Hall, and Drew coming up for the Colorado Rockies here in the top of the second. I believe we saw them lead, the Mets lead 1-0 against Florida, and then they give up like a 6-run inning, so let's see how inning number 2 goes here. Seahawks are kicking ass right now. Yeah, I saw that. 31-7 or something. Maybe Sam Darnold wasn't, the worst quarterback in the world. Maybe it was the New York Jets. Who would have thunk? Who would have thought that maybe a quarterback shouldn't be judged based on playing for the Jets? That was weird. Ball gets the wall, but it doesn't matter. 1-1. Trying to go with that curveball again. Left it up a little bit, but it is a ball on the outside. So 2-1 here. That is foul up the first base line. Mets, Jets, Nets. Can't rhyme your team with that or you're destined to lose. Yeah. Did the Jets play this week? I know the Mets that one is right back to the pitcher. Soft toss over to first. And that is an out. So Bill Hall will step in. Because the Nets were going to have like the next super team and then that didn't pan out. Let's see. Jets. They might be on their bye. They are. What about the Nets? NETS. They lost by 24. Okay. Well, great. To the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, the Brooklyn Nets are 0-6. Wow. Okay. Did not realize that. Nice hit there for Colorado. Who's even on the Brooklyn Nets these days? Michael Porter? Okay. So 1 on, 1 out here. That one is in. Whoops. Oh, and 1 with 1 out. That one fouled away. A little swing happy here for Colorado. If you're just patient, I'm sure the Mets will give you a 2-run home run. Nice play over to third and around the horn to end the top half of the second. I love the shortstop just like turning and watching. 3 hits apiece, but just the 1 run for New York. As we will head to the bottom half of the second. I don't know why that graphic is all messed up. I'm hoping that they release a patch for this game. 15 years later, or 15 years and 3 console generations later. So we'll go bottom 2 here. Hunter Pence steps in. Takes a pitch inside from the lefty. Ball one. That one, thought about it, in for a strike either way, so probably wasn't going to do a whole lot with it. Oops. That one misses low and outside. Two and one. Ooh, that looked like a pretty hittable pitch there, Hunter Pence. It's a nice get me over curveball though for a strike. 2-2. The lefty winds, fires, and misses outside. Ball three. Ready for the payoff pitch. And it is grounded into right field for a single. A couple of times we've seen that first baseman for Colorado dive for the ball but miss it. Connor Jackson stepping in. 111 average. That pitch way inside. I don't know why that jump back animation is so delayed. Again, you know, hopefully we get a patch. I turned all the volume down on my headphones. Big swing and a miss on that one at the bottom part of the zone. 1-1. That one misses low. That pitch misses outside. Three and one. Computer likes to be really aggressive on this count. Oh, and it got him. Comes back to the catcher as he disappears into the stands. Whoa. Everybody taking notes for what they need to patch in MLB 11 the show. Catcher seems to go through walls. Pedroia fouls that one off. That one is on the inside, diving. Second baseman misses it. And Pence has to slide into second because he got a really late start. Wasn't sure if he was going to get caught on the fly. As the pitcher stretches his shoulder out. Oh, and they're going to have to bring in a new guy. It's another lefty, George Sherrill. 3 games, no record. No saves, no ERA. 4 strikeouts in 2.2 innings, and he has not issued a walk. Comes into this game in a bit of a tricky spot. Or forced into action. Ramon Castro. A .333 average, 2 on. With just 1 out. Big swing and a miss. Trying to greet the new arm from the bullpen very rudely with that swing. Oh, man. Another big hack. And it's foul. 0-2. Runners get their leads. Winds, fires outside, just needed that a little more in. Be a huge strikeout, especially after two big swings and able to connect pretty decently with one that just went foul. That one is inside for a strike. Smacks his helmet in frustration as he walks away. Ramon Santiago. This inning's not over yet. Colorado's not out of it. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom second. The winless Mets ahead by 1. Big swing and a miss. The Ramones at the bottom of the lineup really trying to get a hold of one. Good eye there to take that inside for ball 1. That one is hit. Second baseman covers. Fires to first. That is the inning. They hold the Mets to nothing, though the Mets have piled up 5 hits. Jaso, Victorino, and Riviera. Last chance for the Colorado Rockies. Oh, this is a good guy to have up. 625 average. Depending on how many home and away games the Colorado Rockies have, those numbers could be a little inflated. Toward the bottom of the lineup. That one foul. Oh, 0-1, lefty. Ooh, nice curveball there. Here comes the 0-2. Well struck, but foul. Right fielder nowhere near where that ball landed. That one fouled away. Staying alive here, lefty versus lefty. That one misses well outside. There was nobody on first, so a little surprised we got that animation. But it's 1-2. Sets up inside. That one hit but foul. Swing and a miss. Got him on the outside. 1 away. The Mets are 2 outs away from picking up their first victory of the season. It's a nice pitch right on the outside part of the zone. Swing timing was early on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Just got him a little anxious, a little excited. That'll bring in Shane Victorino. 267 average, no home runs, no runs knocked in. Guess technically that would qualify as an RKI, but it's a batted in for RBI. Lefty winds and fires. Strike 1. That one is crushed. Oh my goodness, I jinxed it. I jinxed it so hard. Oh my gosh. A no doubter to left field. Oh, goodness gracious. That one is fouled away. Oh no. Oh no. So 0-1. That is hit to second. Scoops and fires. Out. Number 1. Or 2, excuse me. Torrey Hunter. 0 for 1 on the day. We're watching every Mets game until they win. Got a good piece of that one. That is hit up the third base side. Foul. So Torrey Hunter, foul, foul. So 2-2 away. As Colorado ties it here with a 1 out in the third. That pitch way outside. Yeah, that was one of my worst jinxes yet. Big swing and a miss. Okay. So bounces back with a couple nice outs, including getting Torrey Hunter. Span, Betancourt, and Sandoval, the 1, 2, 3 of the lineup coming up for Colorado. These were the guys that were able to get the first run across. Can they do it again? Here's your guy, Denard Span. 467 average on the season. Has a run batted in. He's 1 for 1 in today's game. I believe he had the lefty-lefty matchup the first time. That pitch is inside. First game in New York went 2 extra innings. Does the second game go as well? That is smashed to third. And that is out number 1. Okay. Unieski. I kept putting an L in there. So Betancourt steps in. That one's inside for a ball. That one misses for ball 2. Lefty winds and fires. Oh, that's up the first base line. And for some reason, this game just feels like it is dying. It is going to be a single. We saw a similar problem in the other New York stadium. Oh my goodness. We've had some rough frame games today. You go back towards the end of that Fallout stream with all the NCR troopers. Oh my goodness. Yes, a strike at the bottom of the zone. And we've seen it now twice in this game. A hit up the line just crushing the frame rate. Look, the PS2 is doing its best, everybody, okay? Cheer the PlayStation 2 on like you cheer your favorite team on. And this is a fat PS2 too, so it's not the new fancy one. This thing's been working hard for years. That one is low. I think there's a couple of stadiums that have some funky frame drops in the newer games as well. 2-1, 1 on, 1 out. That one fouled away. That one's inside. It's strike 3 on Sandoval. The new fancy PS. Yeah, the thin one. The new fancy one from, instead of from 25 years ago, it's from like 20 years ago. So here's Aubrey Huff. This is your cleanup hitter who has just straight zeros. Facing the lefty. That pitch is inside for a ball. 1-1. 1 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. Aubrey Huff might be a trade candidate for the New York Mets. You cannot have your 4-hole hitter in game number 7 without a hit. Got him on the outside. It's a strikeout. I did this. I did this. We're here because of me. I'm not playing the game. 2 outs from their first win of the season. The immediate next batter solo shot to tie the game. Okay. We're going top 4. That ball stays high for ball 1. Maybe he's their bench guy? Yeah, maybe. One count. That one's in on the inside for a strike. 1-2. That one smashed over to third. I have a hard time seeing Aubrey Huff as a bench guy. Even when he has flat zeros. In every game we've seen him in, he's had at least 2 at-bats. And it's like the 4th game that we've seen the Mets play. Baldelli punches this one out to center. The fielders really like making their stuff more dramatic than it should be. It's an art span with a nice out there. Jake Fox. Seattle 38, Washington 7. Hey, go Seahawks. They're wearing their very nice throwback uniforms. It's my favorite baseball team, the Seattle Mariners. Is my heart still broken? Yes. I woke up the next morning after that walk-off home run from George Springer. That was the first thing that my brain played to me. It hurt. One and one, 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. That one stays inside. That one will get past the diving shortstop for a single. So Colorado puts a man on in the top half of the inning here. Boy, oh boy. A second quarter for Seattle. Pretty big, huh? Passing touchdown, passing touchdown, passing touchdown. And a field goal just for fun. Sam Darnold is 21 of 24 for 330 yards. My goodness. Heartbroken as a Mariners fan? They gave me just enough hopes and dreams this year. Just enough. They somehow managed to accidentally trip their way into the second spot in the AL playoff standings. Cal Raleigh has a butt that won't quit. 0-2 with 2 outs. Lefty readies, fires. It is hit up the third base side. He's able to grab it. The throw is in time by about a step. And that will retire the side. We're going to the bottom half of our second game in a row of extra innings. Guess we go on bottom 4. The Mets can end this with a walk-off. They won't because they're the Mets. Hunter Pence, guy for the A's, and Dustin Pedroia coming up next. Hunter Pence, 1-for-1 with a single. That pitch is outside. Who's my favorite pitcher? I really like Felix Hernandez. That one. Pence gets a little under, skies it towards center. I love King Felix. I like Munoz. Granted, closer. Brian Woosla, a lot of fun to watch as well. This year, the playoffs only take the top 4 records. Yeah, learned that the hard way, but I was doing some testing to figure out scheduling stuff for the end of the season. Mariners' bats are good. 2 solid starters. A whole heap of bullpen, and you'll be golden. But what if I told you that they relied entirely on their pitching staff and a 60 home run season from Cal Raleigh, and it still almost wasn't enough? Because let's not forget that the Mariners benefited from the Houston Astros falling apart, the Detroit Tigers falling apart, and Cleveland not being good enough throughout the whole season. Drives this one out to center. That is an out. Also, the Blue Jays kind of having the Yankees number. Dustin Pedroia steps in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. This is the year, though, that they actually did go make good trades at the deadline, though, or at least were aggressive in trying to make trades. They brought in Naylor, they brought in Eugenio. So they should get some credit for that, because Cal Raleigh called him out last year or the year before. And then Justin Turner was baffled over this last offseason because they had brought him in from Toronto, I think. Going you have this once-in-a-generation bullpen and you're not doing anything to help on the offensive side? What are you doing here? Two and two away for Pedroia. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is in. Low. That is hit past the diving second baseman. Not the strongest contact, but you'll take it. The Mets don't have a lot of wiggle room, but they do have a runner on. Ooh. I think that was kind of a bad pitch. I don't know if you would go with that as a pitch-out pitch, but either way, it's 1-0. 2 away, 1 on. Big swing and a miss from Castro. It'll be very fun to see what the Mariners do next year, what their off-season moves are. It'll probably be the most locked in I've ever really been on that. That is smashed out to right. Chase gives chase. It's out number 3. Oh, no. We're going to the top of the 5th. Torrey Hunter's phasing into the wall. He's gone. Oh my goodness, the wall ate him. The Mets resorting to cheap tactics like wall eaters. Stephen Drew. That pitch is in for a strike. Oh and 1. Lefty still working here for the Mets. All it's been is lefty pitchers for this this whole game. Lefty starter for the Mets, lefty starter and reliever for the Colorado Rockies. As the lefty bat looks at a 1-1 pitch, that is outside for ball 2. We're in the top of the 5th. That one is in for a strike. That is left a little too over the plate. Good job getting the bat on the ball for a single into center field. And that will force the Mets to go to the bullpen. They'll bring in our first right-handed pitcher of the day, Chris Sampson. 2 games with an 0-1 record, an ERA of 18. 2 innings pitched, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. But an 18 ERA is a horrifying number. That misses for a ball. Oh my goodness. That pitch misses low for a ball. It's 2-0. Oh my goodness. The Mets. That misses for ball 3. Three and 0. Oh, that one is tapped up the first base side. Oh my goodness. Lead runner advances to second. And that throw looked scary from our angle because it looked like it just kept rising on him. So the righty winds and fires. That one is hit. Second baseman gets it cleanly and fires to first out to retire the side. So the reliever does his job. That was only out number 2, my bad. Juan Riviera. Do I want to hear a joke? I don't know. Is it the New York Mets in this game going 0-6? All right, runners on third would be the go-ahead run. That pitch is outside. He's only thrown like a strike. That's pitch number 6. Most of them have been balls. That is fouled off the plate. One and 1. 2 away here for the Colorado Rockies in extra innings. That is hit up the middle. It's going to be the go-ahead run. Oh, the Mets. Oh my gosh. Torrey Hunter's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 154 average on the season. Does have a runner batted in. 18 ERA in 2 innings is only 4 runs. Not great, but not the end of the world. If he can lock in. It's off the wall. It's going to be a triple. He's given up two runs with 2 outs. Lock in for the rest of the season. I couldn't even finish your sentence. He hit it so hard. And he left that pitch over the plate. I don't know. But no, he's not. He's not locking in at all. That pitch misses low. Oh, and gets the call at the top of the zone. Just kind of dropped it in there for strike 3. But Colorado strikes for 2. It's going to be up to Santiago, Span, and Betancourt for the New York Mets if they want to avoid an 0-7 start. Looks like the Colorado Rockies are going to the bullpen for Jensen Lewis. Looks like he's making his season debut. A save opportunity as we look at a bunch of zeros. Ramon Santiago, 0 for 1. That is hit right to the first baseman. Caught on the fly. 1 away. Quickly 1 away. 1 for 2. A single and a run. Denard Span. That pitch missed outside. Ball 1. A bloop and a blast to tie. That is hit on the top of the ball to the shortstop. That is out number 2. So, Yuniesky Betancourt, it all comes down to you. Who do you want to win the World Series in 2026? The Seattle Mariners. That one's fouled away. They realistically would have a chance at it. They got to Game 7 of the ALCS before one of the most frustrating, that is hit into center for a single. For one of the most frustrating pitching changes it's Game 7 of the ALCS. You put in Munoz. You put in your stopper. What you do is you don't leave Brian Wu in the first place because he didn't look good in that game at all. He looked so bad. Say hey all the way. Go Giants. I'd be happy to see the Giants there. That pitch is in. I can see the Giants being in contention for the AL or the NL West. That is hit up the middle. Okay, that'll advance the runner to second. Don't you dare go to third. Nah. The Blue Jays came back because of pitching. So 2 on, 2 out. Aubrey Huff, now's your time to shine. That's foul. Up to the first base line. This is your time. This is where you can get the most important hit in the world of MLB 11, the show on the PlayStation 2. It's rolled over. It's going to go to the shortstop. He's safe. He's safe. He got a hit. It's loaded for the New York Mets. And Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence, if he could just get a little air under it, could tie this game. That is gonna do it. They should tie the game. They're sending him around third. The throw is in. Safe at home. Safe at home. Oh my goodness. Colorado blows a 2-run lead with 2 outs. Connor Jackson, an opportunity to win it. Yeah, if Seattle could have maybe beaten a 41-year-old starting pitcher, that would have been cool. That pitch is inside for a ball. Did not have Max Scherzer starting Game 7 of the World Series. I don't think anybody did. I don't think you would ever have anyone over 40 starting a World Series game. Maybe that's a good bet to have next year. That one is hit. It's going to get past the diving shortstop. The Mets are going to walk it off for their first win. They score 3 with 2 outs. Oh my goodness. What a way to get your first victory. What a win. Wow, that was fun. We've gone deep in both of the games that we've had today in New York. Betancourt, your player of the game, 3 for 3. He has an RBI, 3 singles. Just doing his job. New York Mets 4, Colorado Rockies 3. Chris Sampson gets the win. Improves to 1-1. Jensen Lewis goes to 0-1. Victorino with his first home run for Colorado. LOL Mets. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. Thank you so much for watching today's Game of the Week. If you would like more, every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, we're posting a Game of the Week. I stream this 5 nights a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So stick around. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Check out baseball here, and we'll see you next time. Good sports, go baseball.